BTB listeners, thank you so much for checking out today's episode. Listen, if this episode inspires you, do me a favor and take 5 seconds to shoot me a like and subscribe to the podcast. There are several more exciting guests that are in the pipeline, and I just can't thank you enough for your continued support, and let's keep paying the mission forward. On today's episode of the BTB Project. In today's BTB Short, we're going to be discussing the topic of intermittent fasting. Throughout my life, I have dealt with chronic inflammation, and it was fasting that allowed me to take control and to live the best version of myself. In this episode, we're going to dive deep into the science, strategies, and success behind intermittent fasting. We're going to explore the age-old practice that can supercharge your metabolism, boost your energy, and even help extend your lifespan. Whether you're new to fasting or a seasoned pro, the goal is to provide you with the latest insights and expertise and practical tips to harness the incredible benefits of fasting. Impossible's nothing, and let's get into it.
Don't be afraid of the dark. Be careful with stars. Not every light is gonna guide you, baby.
Welcome to the BTB Project, designed to empower listeners to identify their why and to live their best lives no matter the circumstances. My name is Coleman Gerhardt, a former athlete and motivational coach. I've had the opportunity to inspire thousands through my story and help accomplish what they are built to be. You'll be encouraged by each and every episode, and let's get into it.
Yeah, when I blow up, I'ma soar high like Peter Pan. In real life, be living out my dreams. If I'm waking up, it's in a foreign land.
I've been able, over episodes on the BTB Project, to discuss some features and benefits that have helped me throughout my life. And in today's BTB Short, I'm going to be diving into something that I started taking upon myself about 5 years ago, which is this concept of intermittent fasting or suppression of food intake for a set period of time. And really over the years, it has gained a lot of popularity for its potential benefits. For the primary reason why I was diving into it was the benefits of allowing a decrease in inflammation. And let me first start out by saying that I am not a nutritionist. I am not an expert or certified, nutritionist. I am really just sharing this information based off of something that has helped me, that I've certainly seen help others. And I think it was a good conversation for us to have, because I know there's a lot of people out there that are former athletes that are, in their older years that just want to kind of decrease some of those aches and pains that they have. And this is one of the ways that I've been able to allow my body not only to feel well, but to continue to put some of the stress on it that allows me to continue to stay in shape, to continue to feel mentally sharp. So I want to go through some of the benefits that I've had from diving into intermittent fasting. And I hope it impacts you as the listener to allow you to see some of the possibilities that are out there when it comes to, hacks or way to improve both with your nutrition and in your life. And the first one I want to dive into is, again, reduced inflammation. Fasting may help reduce chronic inflammation in the body. The way that it does this is inflammation is linked to various chronic diseases, including heart disease, diabetes, and certain types of cancer. And when you're able to take some of those food moments in your life and allow your body to self-cleanse, that's really what is happening with fasting, is you're taking a lot of the variables that you're putting into your body and you're allowing your body to heal. And this has been probably the biggest takeoff point in my life, is I started to eliminate breakfast. As you guys know, I'm a family man. So when it comes to dinner time, that's a sacred time for our family. So I'm really trying to stop eating by 7:30 in the evening. And then after 7:30, the following day, I will not eat my first meal until around 12:30 or lunchtime. And breakfast used to be my favorite meal. I absolutely loved breakfast. Loved the ability to enjoy my pancakes and waffles and cereal and eggs and things like that. And what I realized was it was easiest for me because you're trying to really go 16 hours without having a meal. And by the time I go to bed, around 9:30, 10 o'clock, I'm kind of saying, okay, if I can stop eating after dinner and then have that time between when I wake up from 7:30 to 5:30, I'm essentially at 10 hours. And then from 5:30 to 11:30 or 12, I'm at my 16 or 17 hours fast. And a lot of times in the mornings too, that's when I'm getting my workout in. So I typically do fasted cardio. A lot of the videos you see me when I'm done doing a jog, I typically do that first thing in the morning. My body feels light. My body feels surprisingly a decent amount of energy once I start moving. And before I was always wired to, well, if I need energy, I need to consume calories. And then from consuming those calories, I'm able to go and have the energy to have a solid workout. And I've kind of flipped it in a sense where I've been able to get that workout in all sometimes, depending on the type of workout, sometimes I'll refuel and break my fast after that workout, depending on how my body feels. And that's the big thing I want you guys to understand when it comes to this topic is you have to listen to your body. You have to be able to understand that your body is a compass and it tells you exactly what it needs, when it needs it all the time, and listen to your body first. And from there, some of the outside of the inflammation piece, the improved insulin sensitivity is a huge part of fasting. And that is a benefit that individuals with folks like type 2 diabetes, it can help not only manage it, but it can help the risk of developing it. And that enhanced insulin sensitivity can help regulate blood sugar levels. And that also reduces inflammation associated with insulin resistance. So being able to control your blood sugar allows you to also suppress and manage those insulin levels. Next, I want to dive into is autophagy, where the body cells remove damaged components and recycles them. This cellular cleanup process can reduce inflammation and may play a role in preventing age-related diseases. Now, I haven't been able to tap into this too much as far as the why behind this, but again, as you start eliminating food for a period of time in your body self-heals. And that's that autophagy process that is happening that allows those cells to be removed, to be rejuvenated, to be re-energized, and something that can become really powerful for you as the listener. And then a big thing that I can relate to, I've shared this in previous episodes, is weight management. When I was at my tennis academy after I graduated high school, I lost 100 pounds in 13 months. Now, the way that I did that was not in the form of intermittent fasting per se, but it was a calorie deficit that I fell into. So typical standard diet is 3,000, 3,500 calories a day. I was eating anywhere between 8 to 10,000 calories. And when I was at the tennis academy, I got it down to 1,300 calories a day. Now, do I suggest to eat 1,300 calories a day for the rest of your life? Absolutely not. It was a short-term period of my life where I did that to get the weight down quick because I had a goal to play college tennis at the highest level, and being able to have my weight managed allowed me to accomplish my goal and tap into kind of maybe some of the prerequisites of intermittent fasting, but doing it over the entirety of a day. So much smaller meals. I still had my 3 meals a day, but I really was just counting calories and making sure that the calories that I was putting out each day at the trainings was always going to be greater than the calories that I was putting in. And that ability to control my body weight also helped with inflammation, because one, I wasn't carrying as much weight, and two, it was a lot easier on my joints, on my soft tissue, and eventually I replaced a lot of that excess weight that I had with lean muscle, which allowed my body to stay strong to prevent injuries as I was putting the rigor on it as I was as a college athlete. Next with that is this cardiovascular health. Fasting can improve various cardiovascular risk factors, including blood pressure, cholesterol levels, and triglycerides. These improvements can lower the risk of heart disease, which is often associated with chronic inflammation. I mean, how amazing is that? The heart is what pumps blood throughout our body. It's such an important organ, heart, lungs, brain. It's right up there is obviously the one that is sometimes neglected because of the way that we eat, but also too, a way to help kind of rejuvenate that blood pressure and cholesterol level is by getting into those fasted moments. And those fasted moments can again help reduce that chronic inflammation. Brain health. There's some research that suggests that fasting can have neuroproductive effects that may help produce a protection of the brain from age-related diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. It may also promote the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, which supports brain health. This one hits home because I do have a chain of Alzheimer's and or Parkinson's that I've seen in my family, not in my immediate family, but I do know that there's a history of it. And being able to tap into that brain health because of how I'm eating. It's not that I'm not eating. It's just the time of day that I'm eating that allows this rejuvenation to happen, that allows me to refuel, that allows the inflammation to stay down in my brain, that helps protect me from these types of diseases that I've seen within my family. Such a powerful, unbelievable concept that you never thought in a million years that, being able to do something that reduces inflammation in the body is going to make your brain not only function at a higher level, but protect itself from some of those lingering long-term diseases. And with that also is enhanced immune function. Short-term fasting, so anything that's less than that 16-hour window, may trigger a regenerating of the immune system, potentially leading to a stronger immune response. This could help the body combat infections and reduce chronic low-level inflammation. When we get sick, there's a specific reason why we don't have much of an appetite. And I've noticed this a lot with, the flu or common cold. But basically, it's our body that is deciding, hey, I'm not feeling good. I don't want anything to be intaken right now. I just want to be flushed with water. I want to be able to rejuvenate, rehydrate, go into that autophagy where you're able to stimulate those cells and remove those damaged cells that could be from the illness and replace it with good cells. And being able to, have the body self-heal. So it's almost like a predetermined fast that your body has when you're not feeling well so it can heal itself. And that's the point that I want to drive home today is how awesome is the human body to know that when it's at a response of trying to heal, trying to, overcome a particular illness, that the first thing that it wants to do is that it wants to heal itself. Just unbelievably fascinating. The last one I want to dive into when it comes to the benefits of fasting is longevity. Fasting has been associated with increased longevity in a lot of human and animal studies. While this effect is less clear in humans, the potential to delay age-related diseases and improve overall health through fasting is an active area of research. So I know it's a coin flip time when it comes to the benefits of fasting and longevity, but each and every person's different. And when it comes to this topic, and the reason why I wanted to share it today on this BTB short, is for you to realize that there are ways to combat inflammation. A lot of the aches and pains, illnesses that we face is derived from inflammation. So it's so important, in my perspective, to be able to make sure that we're constantly aware of these inflammatory markers, and find ways to combat them. As inflammation has been eliminated from my life, fasting has been by far one of the important catalysts that has led to some of the main transformations I've had in my life, both internally and externally, through physical fitness, through how I'm performing at work, through brain health. And the features and benefits have just allowed me to keep that chronic inflammation down and to do things in my life on a day-to-day basis that allow me to feel good and continue to excel to the highest level that I can. Listen, I know that we covered a deep topic today on the nutrition side and fasting. But if this episode resonated with you, do me a favor, like and subscribe to the BTB Project. I do 2 different types of episodes, both a BTB short that you listen to today, and then I also have my long format, which is more of an interview style where I bring on featured guests and prolific influencers that allow you to dive deep into becoming what you're built to be and what you are built to become. As always, impossible is nothing. And until next time, take care.